Hello, good evening. My name is Catherine, and I am working with SEB Housing. Tonight, I'm going to run the lottery for the 80 affordable rental units at Hanover Colony Place in Plymouth, Massachusetts. We're going to get the lottery underway in just a few moments. If you have any questions during the lottery, you can go ahead and either type them into the Zoom chat, or you can unmute yourself and just ask away. The meeting is being recorded. You should have received that prompt or notification when you entered the Zoom session. It's going to be saved to our YouTube channel, SEB Housing's YouTube channel after tonight, in case anyone that wasn't able to attend tonight wants to check it out. First, I just want to give you some background information on the lottery, how many applicants have applied. No need to write any of this down. It's all going to be in an email that is sent to every lottery applicant following the drawing. So all households should already have a lottery application number, and it's in the form of a series of numbers. In this case, it should be A.001 through A.011. So just let me know if you don't have that or if you forgot it, because it is going to be how I'm calling out your identifying number tonight. There will not be any names called. So there were 80 total affordable units that are going to be available at Colony Place. We received 11 completed applications. So there's going to be 11 households in the lottery. Everyone who is approved for the lottery is going to be invited to move forward to the next step in the process, which is to get in touch with the leasing office over at Colony Place and start your lease screening with the management company over there. So there are 46 one-bedroom affordable apartments. We received 5 completed applications for those units. There are 26 two-bedroom affordable apartments, and we received a total of 6 completed applications for those units. There are 8 three-bedroom affordable units, and we received 2 completed applications for those. There was one household who indicated that they require a disabled accessible unit, a 1-bedroom, so they are going to have the top spot on the waiting list for the 1-bedroom disabled accessible unit waiting list there. All right, so there's only going to be one drawing tonight. There is no local preference for this lottery. Again, I'm not going to be calling out anybody's name. It's going to be just your lottery number that you received from us when you were found eligible for the lottery. So when I start the drawing in just a minute, I'm going to be pulling index cards from the box that I have here. So I have a lottery box. Right next to me, there's 11 application numbers that are here that I'm going to be mixing up and pulling out of this box. And then later on tonight, I'll also be jotting it down, so there'll be a second in between each of those drawings, so I have it written down here for the order. And then later on tonight, following the lottery, you're going to receive an email from me that includes the next steps in the process. The waiting lists are also going to be attached to that email. So once you receive that email, you're going to locate your application number. You can see where you were drawn and where you are on the waiting list. Like I said, since there were 11 completed applications and there are 80 affordable units, soon after the lottery, all households are going to be invited to move forward to start that lease application process with the leasing office. However, the management team at Colony Place has let me know that the units are not available just yet. They do anticipate that they'll be ready for occupancy sometime in May, but they were upfront in saying that date it's possible that the date will be pushed back even further than that. So it could be into June. So there have been some delays, but they should be ready to go fairly soon. And they'll be able to let you know once you're in touch with them when the leases could be signed for. So once you get that follow-up email from me tonight, it is going to include the leasing office's contact information, and they will be your main contact going forward, so you can go ahead and coordinate touring the property, seeing the unit, completing the lease application, and hopefully reserving one of these affordable units at Colony Place. So really the purpose of this drawing will be to determine which applicants have those top spots on the waiting list. All of you who were approved will be moving forward, and you will have several choices, at least several choices of which units you might be interested in, even if your name is further down the list, because there are so many units available. A couple more things. So it's important to keep in mind that since SEB Housing has approved you for the affordable housing program, that doesn't mean that you have been found lease eligible. That's what the leasing office is going to do next. So you don't want to give notice to a current landlord if you're currently renting, because you don't yet know if you qualify to rent an apartment at Colony Place. You have to go through that lease screening. Going forward too, you just want to make sure that you're mindful of any deadlines that the leasing office gives you when you're going through that lease approval process. And that's because after tonight, the waiting lists are going to be open to the public. So anyone who didn't qualify for the lottery or didn't get their application in by the deadline will be able to add themselves onto the waiting list. So you don't want to drop down on the waiting list because you were unresponsive if you're still interested in these units. And then finally, just a reminder, if you do end up renting a unit at Colony Place or any affordable unit, you will need to recertify your income each year with the leasing office at Colony Place. So you want to maintain a file with your income, asset, and tax documentation for as long as you're living in an affordable unit. Any questions before I start the lottery or start the drawing? Sure. So one question just came in here, and I should have mentioned that there were 2 people who did not supply a email address in the lottery. Sorry, 1 second here. There were 2 people that didn't have an email address that was available for us. So those people will receive something from us in the mail. So we'll send it out. It won't come to you obviously tonight, but you will get that from us instead. If you do have an email address and you want to let us know, though, go ahead and type that into me now, and I will put that into our database so you don't have to wait a couple days to get those next steps. And all right, if there's nothing else, I'm going to take, here's the 11 lottery application numbers. I'm going to put them into the box here. I'm going to put the top on, give it a shake. Try to make this as random as we can. We're pulling them. All right, the first one I've drawn is A.011. The second is A.004. A.002. A.001. A.006. A.003. A.007. A.009. Just a few more here. 10.0.010. 008. And then the last number of the 11 applicants here is A.005. So I'll be putting all of those onto the waiting list. This includes everyone who applied for every unit size. So if you were further down the list, it doesn't mean that you're not first on your waiting list, because you may have been one of the only people to apply for your unit size. So thank you for your email address. I see that there. So I will make sure that I add your email address to our database. So you'll get the email from me tonight with the rest of the applicants. And that was it. So that was the lottery, and the waiting list will be sent to all 11 lottery applicants tonight. So it'll be later on tonight. All of the details that were discussed or that were mentioned tonight will be in attachment that is going to be along with the waiting list, so you have an idea of what to expect going forward. Any other questions? All right, thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll be sending out that email, or if you were one of the people who did not have an email address, you will be, I'll be sending that out to you in the mail. Thanks so much. Have a good night. Thanks for tuning in.